Now, honestly, this was a video I was gonna hold out on, but, you know, this situation keeps getting talked about and more people want me to make a video on it, so it's like, okay, I might as well will. So, Aparri, this guy was arguably the face of the game for a long period of time, especially with the YouTube side of the things, being the most subscribed Animal Jam YouTuber to date, and even all these years later still is. But that being said, he has a few skeletons in his closet, if you will, and there has been a bit of controversy going around him recently, which a lot of this is old stuff, but it's just kind of being brought to light now, or at least he's being called out for it now, I guess. Now, I thought about making a video on this like a couple days ago, and I kind of held off on it, especially because I'm not uploading a video on New Year's and it being an Aparri video. Regardless, another creator in the community, Astra, made a video on it, and their video was really good. Explained the points really well, and their video is kind of like taking off. I encourage you to watch that video as well. It will be linked down below. But I figured I'd give my own 2 cents about this, not only because I am also an Animal Jam YouTuber, and I could have somewhat of a deeper knowing of the subject, I guess, but not only that, there's a couple things that weren't touched on in that video or in general that I figured were definitely worth talking about at the very least. But I figured we'll just divide this video into sections, kind of similar to theirs, of going over the things that Aparri is being called out and exposed for, I guess. So recently in this live stream here, you can see it on screen, so this is regarding him saying slurs, pretty much. This live stream, he said a ethnic slur, and the slur is typically used against people who are Hispanic or Mexican.
Let's see, Lily Bean, that's what we used to call my dog Lily. We called her Lily Bean. Lily. I miss Lily Bean.
And while in the context of this, of him saying it was very clearly not him using it in a derogatory way, it still doesn't really matter because it is a slur at the end of the day, and he acknowledged that it was a slur, but still kind of brushed past it. People started calling him out in the chat about this, even I did, and when I said that he said other slurs in the past, he kind of just asked what slurs did he say, and then modded me in his stream chat for some reason. I don't even know.
What is Keck saying? He was not saying it's offensive anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all tweaking out like he doesn't say any other slurs. What slurs do I say, Keck, Lord? Keck is like one of the only Animal Jam YouTubers right now, so I give that respect. In the chat, shout out Keck for being in the chat. I'm gonna make Keck a mod because they're like one of the only Animal Jam YouTubers left. Standard moderator. I trust Keck.
But as I was quick to point out, he has said other slurs in the past. Most notably was during the past few years when he would go on Instagram lives and post a bunch of stories on his Snapchat and Instagram of him saying various different slurs. I'm talking hard R, the N-word hard R, the F slur. Imagine he said the T slur as well there. You know, very racist, homophobic, and transphobic slurs across his social media. Now, he was, from what I know, mentally unwell during this time, and he did make sure to say that in his stream when choosing to reply to one comment about this when the whole chat was spamming it. And it's more so he deflected, saying that, oh, I was mentally unwell at the time of saying that. But it's not really an argument when there is previous clips of him saying these words.
Like, the game is nothing at all. It's pointless to play. It was actually pretty funny. So, because they said the word or what. I love how he doesn't even address anything she just said about. She called you a.
And also probably even more recent clips where he seems to be mentally okay now and still chooses to say these words. And not only that, he kind of made music in the past as well, also saying the N-word in it. Which kind of moves us on to the second section video of the video about him using his channel to promote his song. He uploaded a new song. I don't remember what the name of it was. I just know it was like abhorrently bad. Like, I genuinely couldn't listen to more than 10 seconds of it. I'm sorry, but it is not good. But a lot of people were misconstruing what was being said in the chat and thought he said the N-word in this song. That is not the case. The song is terrible, but he did not say the N-word in this song. No, he made another song. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was on SoundCloud for a very short period of time, like probably like 6 years ago, if I'm being honest. I'll throw it on screen if I can find an archive of it somewhere, because I know somebody that does keep an archive of his music as of instances like this, which is really funny to think of. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this in post. There's like a few files here. As you can see, I'm trying to not show the name of the person because I don't want to involve them, but oh my god, I think I said this some point in that video, but his music has not changed, and he has been doing this for I don't know how many years now. It's been a ridiculous long amount of time, but please just, I'm going to play a snippet of this.
Like my diamond ring, spend 50 on my bling. Yeah, I like the finer things. Like my diamond ring, spend 50 on my bling.
What am I listening to? But regardless, I figured I would mention that just to show that he doesn't care that he is saying these words, and he has no remorse for doing so either. Additionally, he was kind of trying to bribe people into commenting on his YouTube video of his song, saying like, you know, it's fire, like just pretty much trying to get them to gas it up. Like, obviously people are gonna do it. They want to join a giveaway, so they're not really gonna care too much, but at the same time, this guy has an audience of children, mostly I would imagine, and he's promoting a song that is not child appropriate and slapping a shiny spike collar giveaway on top of it to entice them into entering. Now I get it, this guy's trying to hustle, he's trying to get up there in the rap scene, but I don't think Mr. Aparri knows that this is actually terrible for your YouTube video in the way he is doing it. Now, as somebody knows and has a kind of deeper understanding of how YouTube's algorithm works, if you are going on a live stream and promoting another video in the way he was, telling people to go spam comment it without them actually watching it, YouTube is gonna halt it in its algorithm. It's not gonna push it. It's not gonna promote it. So while he was trying to do this to get views, he unintentionally probably stunted the growth of his video or his music video even more than it already would have if he had not done anything at all. This is because it's inorganic views coming in and inorganic comments coming into the video. But at the same time, this is not something he's shy from doing. I know in this stream he was more sentient of the fact that he does have a child audience and that a lot of this music he is making now isn't appropriate for it. However, it doesn't really help when his about me of his channel was subscribed to my real channel and it was linked to his music channel where this music was easily accessible. He now changed it to sub to my music channel, which also doesn't help given that there's no disclaimer, but even with the disclaimers, I don't think it's even appropriate to advertise something like this on a animaljam channel when he kind of prides himself for being family friendly in both that stream and in past videos. Now we're gonna go into the third section of the video here, using his audience. Now this was something I didn't see a lot of people poking out from, purely because I don't think people pay too close attention about these things, but I'll just briefly talk about him apparently getting hacked. A lot of people thought he maybe got faked getting hacked. I don't think this is the case, and I don't think it even matters if he actually did or not. His account got rolled back before the stream started, during the stream as well, because it did say he was on 30 days ago later on in his stream, even though he was on the account about 30 minutes before that. How his account got hacked, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he like gave out his account information or sold his account information, because that is something various animaljam YouTubers have done, and given that it's Aparri, I would not be surprised if he did that as well. But the reason I say it doesn't even matter that he got hacked or not, people donated it to him regardless, and he kind of only goes live for these donations, it seems like. Not only just animaljam item donations, but real money donations. He kind of encourages people non-stop to send donos in if it kind of stagnates where there's nothing being sent in. In fact, every giveaway during this stream was just a donation from another person, so he realistically did not give anything away of his own, and he pretty much didn't even do anything of substance in this stream, to be honest. But the reason I'm going hard in on this point is because this is something he has been doing for years, obviously. I think the worst case of this was back in 2022 and 2023, where he was consistently streaming again, as you can see on his channel, and a lot of these streams he was getting a lot of rare items. Like, I'm talking like really good variety items like glitch rings and headdresses and stuff, which I'm sure he has like stream clipped videos, I'm pretty sure, on his channel of as well. Now you might be wondering, where did these items go? Because it just seemed like that he doesn't have any of these items anymore. Well, he traded up to a bigger item known known as the Milky Tiara, which that's fair, you know? And this is when I thought, oh, maybe he had a change of heart. Like, maybe he found his passion for the game again, because this guy, he was always an extreme item lover. He always wanted to get an extreme item on his own accord again after getting banned with the beta creature mask. But he got a Milky Tiara, and then one day the Milky Tiara disappeared from his animal, which was really weird. I wonder where it went. Maybe he tucked it away because scared of getting hacked, maybe? No, he sold it. He sold the Milky Tiara, guys. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna get into a whole debate on whether you think it's okay to sell items on Animal Jam or not. That's not what this video is about. This video is about him using his audience for these items and then just selling the items on without giving any kind of communication that that is what he was doing. I guarantee you nobody would have probably donated if they knew that. And if anybody did, it probably would have been a very small amount. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that would make videos years ago discouraging people from selling items, but also did it around the same time. And while I'm talking about in 2023 and 2022 of this case of him doing this is something he has done for years. Even when he was actively uploading on the game, he did actively sell items that he did come across. But I think that covers the gist of kind of what he's been called out for, and more so why he's being called out for these things. Like, I know probably a lot of you watching me right now have probably watched Aparri in the past. You might have watched him growing up. Hell, he might have been your introduction to the game. That's how much of an impact he has had on the game. But nowadays, Aparri is nowhere near to what he used to be back in the day. And this is in part due to Animal Jam losing its popularity, but this is also really largely contributed to his own actions. While most people recognize that he clearly does not have a passion for the game anymore and seems to have gotten sloppy and only goes live when he wants items and money, it's not like he's even trying to hide it anymore, and it's painfully obvious at this point. In combination with all these other things that he clearly has no remorse of, I just can't, you know, just sit by here and say that this is a guy that you should be supporting in the Animal Jam community. Well, I've made a video about Aparri a few years ago when he was kind of going through his mental issues for the first times, it seems, and I resonate and hope he has been well regarding this stuff. This, again, is not really an excuse for any of his behaviors that has been showing past and present. And you know, despite all this, there are people that still defend the guy. I don't know if that's like nostalgia blindness or just choosing ignorance. I don't really know, and honestly, I don't really care. People like that are lost causes. But to recap, Aparri is a racist, homophobic, transphobe who comes back every few months to uses his audience to get rares to sell them or just get monetary donations from his fans, with a total and complete lack of concern and care for those around him, and most more notably his audience as well. And look, the final thing I'll say about Aparri, I don't know if he's gonna watch this. I mean, you heard previously that he might watch my stuff, so I don't know, but the guy is not irredeemable by any means from this stuff, at least in my opinion. I know right now he is currently very unfavorable in everybody's eyes, including my own, but I think if he genuinely recognizes what's wrong with what he is doing and how he has been acting for, I don't know how old he is, but I think he's like 24. He can recognize his mishaps of over the last 24 years and genuinely understand why what he was doing and saying was wrong and genuinely apologize for it, then I would really hope that is the path he takes. But given his recent actions and words and his recent behaviors and his unwillingness to even acknowledge a lot of these things people have been saying about him, I'm not gonna hold out too much hope for this. I try to stay out of drama of this sort and try to avoid drama in general when it comes to this whole YouTube stuff, but I definitely think as a fellow Animal Jam YouTuber anyway, this is an exception that definitely has to be made. If you want more videos like this, commentary style type of thing, let me know in the comments, but with that, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, I was getting clips for this video. I'm just gonna play this one.
Keck AJX Aparri rap collab, when is it happening? If Keck can rap, I'll let him hop on a track.
That is not happening, okay? It's not happening ever. Jesus Christ.